Hey, Christoph here, and thanks so much for selecting me to do this reading for you. In this video, we're going to be doing a 3-question, 15-card reading, which means I'm going to be pulling 5 cards for each one of your questions. We're also going to be doing a career and money reading in this one as well. Thanks so much for providing me with your name and birth date. Do note, as always, for your privacy, I will not be saying your name or anyone else's name in this video. For your privacy, for their privacy, let's get started. Here we go, of course. My name is Christoph. I consider myself a guide, and my goal here is to read these cards as honestly and as accurately as I can in order to give you the information that you need to make those decisions necessary to move your life forward in a positive direction. Let's take a look at this first question here. You say that you're thinking about opening an online business. Ooh, cards are jumping out of my hands. An online business as a side hustle. Wow, the cards keep wanting to jump out of my hands. There's a lot of energy here already. You want to know, do the cards think that you would find success and make good income from it? Well, get a lot of energy through the cards already here. They're kind of jumping out of my hands as I shuffle, so they got something to say. The cards are already kind of excited, but let's see here. Of course, you want to know, will you find success with this online business side hustle? Will it make good income? Let's find out. The first card that we have here is okay, not the best way to start. We get the 9 of Swords. The 9 of Swords represents sleepless nights and sadness, so this actually talks about stress, and not a great place for this to start, but of course we won't fully know what the cards are saying until we flip them all over. Let's take a look at the next card. The next card that we have here, oh boy, Ace of Cups. Ace of Cups represents a cup overflowing, and we have streams of water coming down. We got the White Dove of Peace at the top, but essentially this card represents overflowing possibilities. Flowing water usually also represents like positive money or cash flow here. Like, it's good. We go from sleepless nights and stress, okay, to lots of money flow. Interesting. Let's keep going. The next card that we have here is the 5 of Cups. The 5 of Cups represents the feeling of loss, okay? 3 cups have fallen over, but 2 cups are still standing, which means there's hope for the future there. Interesting. Kind of interesting direction these cards are going. I'm interested to see what the last 2 cards have to say here. The next card that we have here is the feeling of being trapped. And the last card that we have here is the 2 of Swords. So, interesting. It's positive and negative in the sense that, you know, the fact that we have the 8 of Swords and the 9 of Swords, you know, these aren't really the happiest cards, which essentially represents that, you know, starting your own, you know, side hustle, side business will be quite a bit of work. It will kind of take time away from, I guess, other things that you are doing. Now, that being said, you know, if you're willing to, you know, invest the time, if you're willing to take, I guess, time away from your regular life, there is a lot of success, okay? This is a card that says, yes, good income, but along with it, you know, there's sacrifices that will have to be made in order to move things forward in a positive direction. Starting this business will lead to some stress, some sleepless nights trying to move things forward. You're going to feel a little bit trapped starting this business. And there's going to be like lots of decisions on the way that may be difficult to decide. The 2 of Swords represents being stuck, not knowing what direction to move into. You know, although this is saying yes to good financial income, it's going to take time. What the cards are essentially saying is it may take longer than what you're expecting to build up this side hustle to the point where it's making, you know, that good money. But yes, it is possible. But yeah, effort is needed, sacrifice is needed in order to move things forward in a positive way. Hesitation is going to be one of the issues here moving forward. Taking too long to make choices and decision, and kind of slowing down this process. Now, I'm never somebody who says, hey, don't start that side business, side hustle. I think that everybody should have some sort of business on the side, and those who have success with those side businesses definitely transition into doing it full time if you're able to. But yeah, do note, just moving into this, not a bad idea. Okay, lots of good money in the future, but along with that money, it'll require a lot of hard work. Okay, and do note that even though it's something that you're doing on the side, it's still going to be time consuming if you're doing it right, if you're putting the focus and the energy in it. So the quick answer to this is, yeah, you're going to make good money. Yes, I do think that you're going to find success with it, but it's also not necessarily going to be an easy process. Okay, you know, if you're ready to work hard, if you're ready to kind of be your own boss and build a business from the ground up, go for it. Absolutely go for it. But, you know, do note that there's a reason why some people are highly successful and other people are not. And it's the amount of effort, putting in the effort needed, making the sacrifices needed to, you know, invest the time to build that business to be successful. And I think you can, but know that, you know, it's not going to be straightforward. It's going to require sacrifice and time. But I think at the end of it, it will be worth it. So don't like hesitate on making choices and decisions. Just jump into this. Okay, let's take a look at question 2. Question 2 is, will you find financial success with working with this particular person? You want to know, is she a good business partner? And I'm going to talk a little bit about business partners at the end of this. But let's see if this person will make a good business partner. Let's see what the tarot cards have to say first. The first card that we have here is the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands represents, you know, gaining the knowledge needed to move things forward. So represents forward progress through the gaining of knowledge. The next card that we have here is a Fool. The Fool card represents jumping into something maybe too quickly, jumping into something without knowing all of the consequences in advance. Okay. The next card that we have here, ooh, no, the Tower. Okay. And this leads into exactly what I was going to talk about. Okay. Tower represents disaster, not necessarily a good thing, jumping into something too soon. Okay. We got the Two of Cups, which represents the two of you are like, you get along. Okay. The two of you have a really strong connection. And the last card that we have here is the Devil. The Devil essentially represents kind of fears and worries. And in this case, you know, although the two of you have a really good connection, like really good, like I feel like you're friends, like really good kind of connection that way, you know, just because your connection with this person works well in one way doesn't mean it'll work well in another way. The big issue that's coming through here is the Fool card and the Tower card, which essentially like really just talks about kind of disaster. Okay. The number one way that you can stop being friends with somebody is to get into business with them. I've been running my own businesses for about 25 years. I run actually 2 completely unrelated businesses to tarot. Tarot's just one of many things that I do. And my other 2 businesses, I learned the hard way not to have partners. I wouldn't advise you to have a partner. You know, having an investor, somebody investing in you, is really different than bringing in somebody as a partner. When you have somebody as a partner, you're basically giving away control. And, you know, if that partner doesn't agree with the direction and the ideas that you have, you can end up with a drastically different business. So it doesn't matter how good, how friendly, how nice, how great your connection is with this person. I absolutely do not recommend, and the tarot cards are absolutely not recommending, you know, working with a partner. You know, if you're going to run your business, going to do a side hustle, do it on your own. Okay. Make yourself in charge. You make all the decisions. You put in all that hard work. But every time in the past that I have worked with somebody or had a partner, it's never really worked out. You know, disagreements, you know, one person feeling like they're working harder than the other person. So that I don't recommend it. And it has nothing to do with this person. Okay. You know, this person that you mentioned here could be an amazing person, could be a really great connection, could even be a best friend, okay? But it doesn't matter how great your connection is with this person, because running a business is different than a friendship. And, you know, jumping into this, you could lose your connection with this person. You know, it could cause additional chaos. And especially if the two of you don't agree on things, you know, it can kind of throw a wrench in the work. So, you know, nothing about this person, okay? So this has nothing to do with the person, but the cards are basically kind of advising against you having a partner in your business. You know, really, you only want to bring in somebody to your business when there's something that you are not able to do. And usually by the time you get to the point that your business, you know, reaches that plateau where you can't do certain things, you usually hire somebody at that point. Your business is usually successful enough that you can hire somebody who is an expert, and that person is not a business partner. That person is just an employee past that point. So, you know, do keep that in mind here, moving forward. The cards are advising against any business partnership, okay? Now, having an investor in your business, completely different thing. You know, an investor would most likely not have a majority. You know, an investor gets a percentage of profit, right? They're not really, you know, an owner. So it's advising against starting early business partnerships. That's what's kind of coming through here. And it says that you're fully capable of doing, you know, this on your own, okay? Just too many negative cards here, you know, from the Fool to the Tower to the Devil. It says you can basically learn what you need to do to move things forward on your own. You don't really have that need for a business partner, okay? Let's take a look at question 3. Okay, so you said that I said in a reading that you said in a reading your higher purpose is not in relation to your career. Okay, yes, you said that I said in a previous reading that your higher purpose is not in relation to your career. Then that you will have pretty much a job, but doing something on the side, which is the purpose. What is your higher purpose? Now, before I even pull cards as far as this, do note that most people have a misconception of their purpose, okay? I guarantee that you don't just have one higher purpose, okay? A lot of people think that they're meant to achieve one massive big thing in their lifetime and that's it, that they have to be moving in one direction, and that's not true of most people. Most people have many different purposes, that many different things that they're meant to achieve over their lifetime. That big higher purpose, you know, changing mankind forever, most people aren't here to do that, okay? And it's ridiculous to think that everybody is here and has a massive thing. You know, the big thing for you moving forward is doing what makes you happy. And that's kind of a big aspect of, even before we pull cards here, a big aspect about doing something on the side that's fulfilling, like a side hustle or a job or just doing a fun project, is it brings joy and happiness into your life and improves your mood, and it allows you to you know, achieve things that you may not have been able to do otherwise with a typical job. So, you know, as far as one major purpose, it's usually, most people usually don't have one thing they're meant to achieve or one thing they're meant to do in their lifetime. You're meant to do many things, but the number one thing, your number one purpose should be to enjoy your experience, enjoy life, and, you know, achieve those things that you've always wanted to do. But let's see what the cards have to say here about a potential higher purpose. Let's see. All right, let's look at the first card. The first card that we have here is the Hierophant, which represents following tradition. Just keep continuing your life in the direction that you're headed. It could basically mean that you're already doing what's needed. The next card that we have here is the Lover's card. So it does talk about there, you know, one of these purposes in your life is a love connection. Okay. We have the High Priestess. The High Priestess represents getting in touch with your feelings and emotions on the inside. So this is really your purpose. Is a part of that is self-discovery, figuring out what it is that you really want to achieve on the inside, getting in touch with your own feelings and emotions and saying, hey, I always wanted to do this. I always wanted to do that. I want to achieve this. I want to achieve that. What you end up doing in your life has less to do with what the choice is, but more about how it makes you feel emotionally and that level of achievement in various aspects of your life. You know, not everybody is meant to have a life purpose that changes the world or changes mankind, okay? But more often than not, this journey that you're on right now in this lifetime and previous lifetimes, yes, I do believe in reincarnation, that we come back over and over again until we've learned what we need to do to move to that next phase. But it's about, you know, bringing that joy, that happiness into your life, getting in touch with your feelings and emotions, and giving yourself that sense of achievement. The next card that we have here is the World. The World represents how there's so many different things that you're meant to do. Not just one thing, not just one massive purpose, but many things that you're meant to do over a long period of time, your entire lifetime. And these things could be simple things like helping somebody in need, bringing joy to both your life, other people's lives, achievements that you set for yourself along the way. It's almost like those challenges that you encounter when trying to achieve goals that you set for yourself. Those challenges will help kind of build into your life. Those challenges that you're meant to overcome is going to make you stronger and kind of teach you the lessons that you're meant to learn in this lifetime. And the last card that we have here is the Knight of Swords. It represents just jump into action. Do everything that you can to bring that joy, happiness, and success into your life. You know, people never regret trying and failing, okay? Usually people regret not trying. Usually the biggest regrets of most people is what they choose not to do. What they chose not to do. Oh, if only I had tried to do that. That's usually what most people regret moving forward. But really, in this lifetime, it's not about one massive higher purpose. It's about you. It's about bringing that joy into your life. It's about doing those things that you always wanted to do. It's about overcoming obstacles and having bigger achievements than what you would have had if you didn't put that effort in and try. And that's what's really coming through here as far as purpose. Let me clear these cards right now, and we're going to be doing a career and money reading. Let me just clear these cards. All right, let's take a look at what's happening here, career and money wise. Of course, with my career and money reading, we use the career and money cards. I'm going to pull 3 of these career and money cards, and then of course in between the career and money cards I'm going to pull tarot cards. We're going to use different tarot cards for this as well too. Let me just shuffle the career and money cards. We're going to take a look at your career and money future here in this career and money reading. Let's pull our career and money cards. And then of course, let's pull those tarot cards that go in between. We're going to see what comes through here for your career and money future. I do think that there's a lot of success in your future. I think we're going to see some of that in this reading. Okay. And we'll pull the tarot cards in between. All right. Let's see what comes through this career and money reading. We're going to take a look at our first career and money card, and the first career and money card says feather. Feather represents abundance in your future. It represents that there's some easy money on the way here. Now, even easy money requires work and effort to achieve it, okay? It says divine intervention. Now, under career, it says light work. It says air related. It says undecided and travel. So the interesting part about this, it says light work, which actually suggests you doing like a side hustle, a side gig. But feathers usually kind of find their own way naturally. Okay, it isn't about kind of setting massive goals for yourself here. It says that abundance is on the way for you. It says that kind of doing things on the side will lead to kind of, you know, easier money coming through, but it's about you kind of trying things and seeing if it works, and then trying something else and seeing if it works, and kind of floating along. Okay, the next card that we have here is the World, and we did get that in an earlier part of the reading, so it's pretty significant that we're getting this card twice. It represents that there's numerous opportunities out there for you to explore. This could actually represent that side hustle that you end up doing may take different shapes and forms over the years depending on what it is that you decide to take on. This actually suggests that that side hustle, side business may evolve and change over time, which kind of makes sense with going with the flow. Okay, that side hustle might start out as one thing, but as you continue moving forward, it may evolve into something different and something different. It could be revolving work. Okay, maybe not one specific thing forever, but your side hustle will evolve and change with time. Okay, the next career and money card, we have coins. That's great. Any type of like gold on these cards, any type of money is usually a really good sign. We got coins, and coins represents money moving in or money coming in. It represents wealth. It represents a good investment. Under career, it says sales and finance. It says being lucky and maybe even getting a raise. So this does talk about kind of that flow, but this is about that side hustle. That's what this is pretty much about here. And that side hustle evolving and changing kind of over time. But it does say good money. So that's two cards here that are talking about money coming your way through these side hustles. And that's really amazing. This one actually represents wealth, and it represents you also making investments. Okay, so this could actually mean like investments in products that get sold. This could also represent you using the money that you make from your side hustle to kind of invest on, you know, into various things, maybe investing in stock, or maybe investing in kind of more longer term investments too. The next card that we have here is the Nine of Swords. It represents sleepless nights and sadness. So do note that kind of moving forward with your side hustle, side business definitely feels like that's the energy of this. Do note that it's going to take effort. Okay, there will be some stress in relation to juggling that side hustle along with your job. Okay, but yeah, do be aware. The energy with this does say that yes, you'll be moving in that direction. It does say that you will find success with your side hustle. It also says that your side hustle is going to evolve and change over time. So, you know, what you do on the side, you may switch the business around to maybe something different. It may not, where your side hustle and side business ends may not be the same kind of direction that where it begins. And do note that along with it is, yeah, there will be stress. There will be some pressure from time to time. The last career and money card that we have here is Heart, and that's amazing. It says emotional spending. It says joint finances. So it does say that there will be a partner involved in this business eventually, but it doesn't feel like a business partner. Okay. But it feels like a mate. So, you know, relationship partner, you know, as things move forward, as the business continues, it's almost like your, whoever it is that you end up, you know, being with for the majority of your life will, help out with the business. Maybe not an actual business partner, but like a love partner that assists you in running things and making things work. And that's where the emotional spending comes in. Somebody that loves you, somebody that you love is going to be helping you. Now, joint finances, that's going to come with a pretty much a long-term relationship, like a marriage. And it says being supported. So do note that you're not going to really need support financially, but it's like emotional support. So this represents you having that partner that will end up both emotionally supporting you and helping out from time to time with your side hustle and business. Under career, it says counselor or guide. That I'm not really feeling the energy for you. Like I almost feel like that's, like I don't know if counseling is going to be the direction that you're going to be moving in, but it says having a job you love. That's kind of the key thing. And that's what's going to bring the kind of fulfillment for your life moving forward. And what actually makes sense now that we see this card here and it says, you know, having a job that you love, you're going to have that job, but you're going to be doing this side hustle, side business. And that side hustle and side business, it will make sense for that to evolve and change over time, because that side hustle is meant to be fun. It's meant to bring kind of joy in. Yes, there'll be stress with any business that you try to run, but you know, that actually makes sense that the business may change and evolve over time. You might keep adjusting that business to be more exciting, more enjoyable, which means you move away from the things that you find boring and you move more towards those things that kind of lead to overall excitement. Fantastic energy here. The fact that we got 2 cards that talk about this is easy money. This represents, wealth, money coming in wealth. That's a really amazing sign that you're going to be making good money with these side hustles. And it also says that eventually there'll be a partner involved. Now, not a business partner, not somebody that owns a percentage of that side hustle or side business, but a loving, supporting love partner who's going to assist you because you love them. It's going to be, I guess, free labor because they're going to be helping you because they love you, but they're not going to be an actual partner. They won't be a co-owner of the business, but they'll just support you because they care. And that's the energy that comes through here. That's it for this money reading. That's it for this career reading. Of course, thanks so much for selecting me to do this for you. And of course, know that I'm here for you on Fiverr anytime you feel like another reading, okay? Thanks so much.